The Thomson-East Coastline Stage 3 is responsible for millions of journeys. Okay, wait, I'm over-exaggerating. Thousands of journeys made every day by people in Singapore, serving major areas like the CBD and Orchard. This life is quite significant for people getting to and from work as well as getting around town. However, it is also responsible for the recent changes to several services that either duplicate or cover up certain sectors for certain services that have been shortened to serve another area. These are the 6 services that have been affected by the service changes. So let's check out what are the changes made, as well as what you can expect from this service changes, and what better way to start a video than to start it in the heart of the city, Shenton Way. If you have been keeping an eye out, you would have noticed a new service in town, or around the Shenton Way area, Service 121. Originally terminating at Kampong Bar Terminal, 121 has been extended to cover up the lost sectors of Service 75, which we will talk about it more later. The route hasn't saw much change though, but despite this it's one of the more obvious route changes that we'll see in this video. Instead of making a left turn after leaving Outram Park Station, it will head straight along Cantonment Road and onto Int-Sin Road, before making a U-turn in the other direction and terminating at Shenton Way Bus Terminal. The other direction is more or less the same, but, unlike the other services, it will serve opposite Ma's building right after it departs from Shenton Way Terminal, making it serve this bus stop twice along its route. And that's pretty much it for the changes made to Service 121. Now, if you have continued keeping an eye out on the buses around the city area, you would have noticed that some of the services are now gone. You might be wondering, where did all these services go? Well, if you head a bit more west, to the aging neighborhood of Bukit Merah, you would have found one of your answers. Yes, and that answer will be where 75 went. Service 75 is another service affected by the Thomson-East Coastline Stage 3, as it duplicates almost every station from Napier to Shenton Way. As a result, 75 lost all of its city sectors. That's why 121, like what we mentioned earlier, was extended to Shenton Way Terminal to sort of cover up the lost sector of 75. Now, from Havelock, will make its way to Bukit Merah via Tiong Bar Road, Kim Tian Road, Jalan Bukit Merah, and finally terminating at Bukit Merah Interchange. 75 will be the second service under SMRT to terminate at Bukit Merah along with the other service 176, with 75 providing a more direct route from Bukit Panjang to Bukit Merah. So, what about the other missing service? Well, to find your answer, you have to head north, to Ang Mo Kio, or the Sin Ming Industrial Estate to be exact, where you'll find your second answer, Service 162. Service 162, like 75, duplicates the Thomson-East coastline heavily. So, as part of the service changes, 162 now only loops at Sin Ming Drive, losing its whole city sector as well as the Novena and Newton sector. After serving Upper Thomson, 162 will make a right to Marymount Station, and then go along Shunfu Road, briefly passing by Upper Thomson Road again, before making its way into Sin Ming Drive. In the other direction, it would not use Upper Thomson to get to Shunfu Road. You may remember that this service used to have a M variant, which loops at Temasek Avenue or Suntec City, which many of us would prefer to call it. Well, 16 to M has been integrated with 162, which is how LTA put it in words, but this means that 16 to M has been withdrawn. To put it in simpler terms, it is the only service that has been withdrawn. It wasn't supposed to be the only service that has been withdrawn. Yes, there was another service that was initially supposed to be withdrawn, to which we'll talk more about later. If we head up north, to the quiet neighborhood of Sembawang, you would have noticed some less obvious changes to 2 services. Let's start off with 859. linking this back to the other service that was supposed to be withdrawn. 859 will serve 3 additional stops as to cover that service, because that service is the only service to serve that area. So if that service would have been withdrawn, no services will be serving that area. So 859 was chosen to be extended to serve 3 additional stops between Sembawang Interchange and opposite Block 315 stop, and the nautical. Now moving on to the final service that has been affected by the changes. This service, which I have been referring to as that service which was originally supposed to be withdrawn, is, if you've guessed it, it's none other than service 167. 167 heavily duplicates the Thomson-East coastline. It duplicates almost the entirety of the Thomson-East coastline stage 2 and 3. So, it was originally intended to be withdrawn. However, as 167 was quite significant to quite a lot of commuters, people started a petition against the withdrawal of. So as a result, LTA decided to change its decision to make 167 run on a 30 minutes frequency. From now on, the information might not be accurate. The 30 minutes frequency is to sort of let LTA test the demand to see if it's actually worth withdrawing 167 or not. So the future of this service is uncertain, because this service may eventually see its fate and get withdrawn. Only time will tell. So, we've come to the end of the changes to services due to the TEL Stage 3. What are your thoughts on these changes made? Are you going to support these changes made by LTA, or are you against it? Do let me know about your opinions on these changes made by LTA. But other than that, I hope you all enjoyed another documentary-style video. Again, if you would like me to do more of these types of video, show me some support by liking this video and subscribing to my channel. Your support is really appreciated. Have a great final few weeks of 2023, and thanks for watching. Bye.